Oh, wait. Oh, gosh. Fix myself. Actually, let me put this here so I can see the comments. Is this okay? Can you see well like this? Hey. Hi, Plain Jane. Hi, Guel Paulo. Hi, Keanu. Hi, Victoria. 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 What's up, girly? So today I'm gonna get straight into it. I literally just left the psychic fair. I was a reader in the fair. I did astrology readings, so I am pumped up. Okay, so tomorrow is this very special day, astrologically speaking. It's a new moon. Okay, so new beginnings, new chapters, new feelings, new starts, and I'm just in the mood to give readings. Okay, so if you would like, if you would like a reading, astrology, we can pull some cards. If you need some guidance, I'm just like fired up right now. So I would actually love. So I'm on YouTube, but I'm also on. Oh, you're from Brazil. Wow, hi there. How is it in Brazil? Oh my gosh, I wish I could like teleport there right now. um yeah, I'm just in boring Georgia, I'm just kidding. It's not boring, but it doesn't seem as exciting as it would be to be in Brazil. So yeah, so I'm on YouTube and I'm on Instagram. If you would like a card reading, if you would like an astrology reading, I'm like in the mood because I'm like tapped. I'm a little bit like, I guess, in the zone still from giving astrology readings all day today. So yeah, if you're not shy, I can do a little I can join somebody, someone can come into my Instagram live and I can give you a full reading. Or not a full reading, but I mean, because that would be like an hour long. But I can give you a little something something. So yeah, anybody, okay, maybe should I put this in the comments? Um, if you would like, wait, how do I word this? If you would like a reading, if you would like a reading, comment, comment, comment. I don't know. If you would like a reading, comment. That was such a terrible. How do you see? I don't be on here. Oh, here's pin. If you would like a reading, comment. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really come here for like much. I just wanted to give a reading to people. So like, um, I will wait to see if someone wants a general reading. I mean, or like a reading, and if not, I'll just give a general reading. I'll pull some cards. Um, okay, fine. I'll pull some cards. So I feel like I just started. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll pull some cards, but I'll talk about the astrology a little bit. Okay, so let me tell you guys. Okay, so today there's something happening astrologically speaking. We have some like peak astrology happening. And I'm going to tell you what the astrology thing is that's happening. And then I'm going to just explain what it means. All right. So, in astrology terms, we have Pluto in Aquarius, which represents a transformation of some sort relating to groups, community, the internet, social media, the world, the collective of some sort transformation. Okay, that is opposing, okay, Mars in Leo, which represents Mars has to do with taking action. So how do we want to, what are the feelings that we feeling like currently that we want to take action on? What are our current desires? Yeah, what do we want to do? Pretty much, what initiative are we wanting to take? What are the things we're wanting to do? Energize wise, like how do we feel energy? Like what do we want to assert ourselves on? And if it's whatever sign that it's in, it's going to color our drive, our desire to do. So it's in Leo. Leo is all about the like sense of like I love the self. Um hi Michelle. Hey. So yeah, so we are having a desire to, well, okay, sorry. So the self and creating, and also like creative expression, um like doing more of what we love. So the theme is like we're feeling called to do more of the things that fulfill, that brings us joy. Okay, that is what majority, like we're wanting to like love on ourselves, to do the things that like that we want to do. um and we want to play, and we just want to like enjoy life or do things that we enjoy, right? But okay, so let's go back. So it's opposing. Anytime anything in astrology is opposing something, that means there's an opposition happening. When you feel, if you put it in life terms, when you're feeling conflicted between one thing, you're feeling a little conflicted, you're feeling a little, okay, pulled in this area, what should I do? What should I do? Kind of feeling, right? That is the feeling of anything that's opposing. So on one end, we have like this transformation happening. And this is Pluto in Aquarius. So that's another thing. Pluto is like more of a external energy. So it's more of the collective. So I'm just gonna give you the term what you may be feeling with that. So it's a pull, a tug between what the community wants me to do, what friends want me to do, what the collective wants, or like the weight or the feeling of the collective, of the community, or something ties. So it's the confliction between, or the opposition between, what you want to do versus what is good for the overall collective, or what others want to do, perhaps. I don't so for example, yeah, I can't put it in my example. I could put it in my example. I don't know if that's gonna make, or if that's okay. I guess I could put it in my example. I'm an Aquarius, okay? So I naturally today, like, I didn't want to, I don't know if I mentioned this. I probably did. I went and worked at the fair, okay? I gave astrology readings at the fair. And I often don't like to do that for because um because it's literally like, as a person that is so introverted and likes to be like at home, and I feel way more comfortable like being on camera right now and like talking online than to be immersed in person in front of people. It's just, I guess the best way I can explain it is that I feel like I have nowhere to hide. It's not that I'm needing to hide, but it's like I'm really just putting myself out there. Like, as opposed to, yes, I'm putting myself out here on the internet and I'm talking, but it's like different because it's like there's not physical people here, right? So the point is, I felt this like, oh, like I know, like internally I know that I should have worked the fair, because every time I work the fair and every time I give astrology readings, that's like me doing what I know I'm called to do. And it's easy because people are coming to me, rather than if I'm getting on a live like this. Hi, Ray. Is it Ray Ray? Is it Ray Ray? I'm like, okay. Anyway, hi Ray Ray, if that's how you pronounce your name. So I just felt like, and then also I'm a 12th house Aquarius, meaning like my Aquarius, like I'm very much like I like to be in my cave. I'm very introverted, even though I like people. But I think that's why like a lot of introverts are called to be on social media, because it's such a like happy medium between like you being able to like be an introvert but still be out there, because all you're talking to is a camera, although you're talking to people, but you don't the people aren't there. So it almost is this illusion that you have this shield that you can not be like, you can, I don't know how to describe it, but hopefully that makes sense. But like when you're out in the real world and like off in front of the camera and there's actual physical people here, that's like like the attention is like it's all on you. It's like the focus is on you. Like there, I don't know how to describe it. So the point is, I have had this like feeling because these fairs happen at the last weekend of every month. Okay. And I always have this like, oh, I'm not gonna go this time. Like, oh, I'm not gonna go because I just make up excuses in my head. Like I'm just like, oh, I just, honestly, let me tell you about an irrational. This is like, I don't even know if I should be saying this on the internet. But I have a fear, and I think this ties into the Pluto and Aquarius. In my belief, is that as the more that uncertain that the world gets, because I have an awareness. I think as an Aquarius, because we are naturally connected to the collective energy, I have a hyper awareness of the world and what's happening. And I guess in my mind, the more I put myself out there as a astrologer or like, or doing this work, like I don't want to attract the people who don't like that. And it's easy to hide from that when you're doing it online, right? But when I'm actually going in person to places, I have to literally pray up and not like let my anxieties of like, what if there's like what if there's a super like a person that doesn't agree with that, and then they come in and it cause like it's something happen, like there's a problem or something. And these are like, I have like these like, like conscious fears. So I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't put myself out there, like, and because you just never know who you're gonna like get in contact with. But every time, but first of all, if I'm gonna be a person that has faith, like, because I believe in God, so if I'm gonna have like faith that like if I believe in God, I have faith, so I should trust that God will be there to protect me. And obviously, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go, kind of thing. But like I can't let my fears block me from going where I know the attention is. And that's the thing. When I think of this Leo energy, it's about attention. Like Leo energy, there's a relationship between the need, and maybe not the need, but just there's a draw. I mean, why is it that Leo people have naturally like there's a I don't want to say need, but there's a thing between the attention. They just, whether they put themselves out there to get it, or they naturally draw attention just by their energy, because Leo's ruled by the sun. So they're literally emit energy. So if we're like tapping into like this Leo energy, there's a part of us that like we have a desire, whether we want to admit it or not, to be seen. Which if you're an Aquarius, that's like not it's a weird like feeling. Like for me, that, are you getting the opposition? Because like part of me, like I want that, part of me knows like if I go to things like these fairs and I put myself out there at this metaphysical place, that it's easy. What I'm looking for, the people that are actually into it, into the wanting this, are gonna be there already. I just have to show up. But when I'm online, I'm like still building towards this. I'm still like here, online, and I have like, what is it, like 2 views on my Instagram, and I have like 1, and like I'm making no money. And I'm doing this to like build. I'm still trying to like get myself out there right now because of my own journey of like not like I've delayed my own journey because I've been like inconsistent, so I don't have like a solidified, like I have an audience, but like even me doing this for free, I'm doing it for free with my time. But I literally could, like, I was not gonna put myself out there where there's people who are wanting this, seeking this, they go to it, and like I'm gonna get the attention that I maybe don't want to say that I want, that I actually want, because it's not that it's because it's for selfish reasons. It's because like I have a desire to do what I love, which is give guidance to people and help them understand their life and navigate through obstacles through astrology and through guidance. Because I do believe everybody knows what they need to do, just people don't trust it. because we weren't taught to trust it. And that's where tools come in, like astrology, or that's where having, like, a person who has strengthened their intuition, or who is connected, or who's brought into this world, whatever you will want to describe it, to give to help people, to validate them, because that's literally all I do on my readings. I mean, so anyways, so therefore I felt like I was telling myself, like, I'm not going, I can't go, there's too much going on, I'm just gonna try. What I literally said was, I'm just gonna do some stuff on social media, like I'm gonna film some videos, I'm gonna try to market my my virtual women's circle tomorrow. By the way, I'm having, the new moon is tomorrow, and I'm hosting a virtual women's circle there. Okay, we're gonna be on Zoom. We're gonna talk astrology. We're gonna talk more about everything. Blah blah blah. We're gonna talk about that later. I'm not trying to promote that. I mean, anyways, the point is, I do want to promote it, so you should come if you want to. But the point is, I was gonna do all of that, but then I was in the shower. And in the shower, that's my peace and quiet a little bit. Obviously, we're in the shower, and sometimes I like to this is me, but I like to talk to God in the shower, or I'll talk out loud, and I'm like, okay, like, God, like, please guide me on what I'm supposed to be doing today. Guide me the way of, so I can stay on the path that I'm meant to, or whatever, like, guide me. And the first thing I heard as soon as I was saying that is, you need to go to that fair. And I was just like, I was like, why? But no, like, I just didn't want to. I just felt like, oh my gosh. And so I battled with it in my mind, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to. But I know I needed to, but I just was like, I don't want to. Like, can I just not? Like, can I, I can still help people through online. And then no. It was just like I was like, Jess, every time you go there, like, it's always good. You end up giving a ton of readings, so you help people, you get paid for your work, and you also get connections. Like, there's people who end up you meeting, that you give a reading to, and then through the reading, you're able to, like, tell, conversations happen to where they end up coming to your women's circle that you host. And then, like, you also get in connections with other people, because when I'm there, like, sometimes other readers or other practitioners give each other readings, which happened today. And then there's just like a lot of insights. So there's nothing but good things that come out of that. The only thing that stops me is my mind, or fear, or having to put myself out there. Because that's another thing. I don't know if any other Aquariuses can relate, but it's just like the tension. I don't know. It's just I don't, it's uncomfortable a little bit sometimes. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, I just don't know. So yeah, so that's a good, I guess, hopefully that was a good interpretation of it. At least for me. But when I was giving readings to other people, I was seeing this in their chart. A lot of Leo rising readings, a lot of Leo people, especially Leo risings. I just want to send my love to you guys, okay? Because I feel like Leo risings are coming. There was a lot of Leo risings that weren't tapped into the Leo energy, and that they are actually meant to like I gave a reading to one lady who was a Leo. She was a Leo and a Leo rising. But I was like, I asked her, I was like, or throughout the reading, what did I say? I think I asked her like, what do you love? Like, what is something that you love to do? And she literally couldn't give me anything. And she literally she was like, I don't know. It was just kind of like the spark of what I through experience of me being around Leo energy, I just, that light that Leos naturally emit, her light wasn't like shining as bright as I know that it could. And yeah, and it was just like I could tell that she wasn't, like, she came with her partner, and I mean her partner was getting another reading from somewhere, and but I felt intuitively like she had been living, I felt intuitively that she didn't know who she was without her partner. And that is a good, like, I would say that's another, that could be another representation of this. Okay, I'm gonna answer your question, Lexi's. Wow, look at me. Look, guys. I put myself out there. Hold on, let me see. Wait, someone said I'm here. Oh shoot. I need to be looking at the comment section. Wait, sorry. I'm so bad at looking at the comment section when I'm like, okay, sorry. Oh my gosh, let me actually look at the comments. That's how you do live, right? That's why people stay in for engagement, you know? Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm veering off. Okay, let me focus. All right, hold on. So hold on. Someone, okay, let me read the comments. I'm gonna get to you. Let's do the first question. Oh shoot, wait, hold on. Oh, hold on, the little granny's trying to figure out live. Okay, because I don't be on live like that. Shoot, I saw a question. Oh no. Okay, wait. Patience, shush, patience, breathe. Don't get pissed off. I'm like, okay, I'm from okay, I think the question is gone. I'm sorry. Whoever asked that question. I just think if you have another question. Oh, you believe in bad energies. Okay, that's the first question. I wouldn't say bad energies. Do I believe in like low vibrational energies? Yes. You know how we say like vibes, you know, like I think of like high vibes or like light positive vibes, like light energy, like good, like I don't like to say good and bad, but like high vibes, you know? And then there's low vibes, meaning high vibes energize you, low vibes drain you, deplete you. So that is what I believe. Okay, next question. How do you enhance your psychic abilities? Okay, I don't really identify myself as like, I wouldn't say psychic, I say intuitive, uh but in general, you have to strengthen it in ways that work for you. For example, for me, it's like having, okay, because it's different for everybody, but it's like, okay, it's, you know when like you go to the gym and you're trying to work out a muscle, like let me just tell you, we're all intuitive. I'm not a special person. We all are born intuitive. Some people were born with like higher levels of intuition than others. Those are the people that can like see stuff, you know, see things and stuff like that, or hear things or whatever. So sometimes we all have to develop it, you know, and you know, whatever, but it's like a muscle that you build. So you do certain things to build that cause for you to use your intuition more. So I think the biggest thing is sitting in stillness and like meditating. Um is like one of the biggest things that you can do, because like you have to, if it doesn't like become natural to you, that means that you're not tapped, like you're not, how do I describe it, like you're not in connection to your body. And I feel like your body is what helps you to receive any insight or even hear your intuition. Most of us are not, we don't naturally, like, we're blocked from our minds, because a lot of us live in our minds. I mean, that is the world that we've been conditioned to. It's not, we don't sit here and be like, oh, what does our body feel, or what is our body telling? We weren't raised to feel that way. And so therefore you can't get guidance if your mind is blocked. So I think the best thing for you to do, and I would tell you what I did, I like had a system. Now I don't know if everybody should do the system, but maybe you should. But for me, a couple years ago, I literally, because when I was starting my spiritual journey, and I was like, okay, trying to build a relationship to my body so I can like strengthen my intuition. Because at the time, I've always lived, I had always been a person who lived in their heads, their minds. That was my security, because I've struggled with like the anxious feelings, and I like to be in control. And so for me, I'm like, my mind, and I'm an air sign, Aquarius, like very logical, very mind first. So I had to reprogram myself to like actually have the body first, like feel the sensations, and then open myself to receive guidance. So I literally remember saying, all right, if I'm going to commit to this, I have to be consistent in like strengthening my intuition. And so I challenged myself to every day in the mornings, I will wake up, I will set a timer for me to just be in stillness or meditate, however you would meditate, be in stillness. And then I'll just see what comes up. Meaning like I'll and then after that, like I started off with 5 minutes every day. I would put a 5-minute timer. I would just sit here and I'll just focus on my breath. And let me tell you, thoughts are gonna come. I mean, the people think when you meditate or when you're sitting in silence, your mind is supposed to go silent. No, like that's not gonna happen. I mean, yeah, I feel like if you're doing it for so long, you're gonna get used to training your mind to not like be scattered and think of things. But the point is, when you're sitting in silence or stillness, it's like you're just watching. You're a viewer of your thoughts. So whatever comes in, the wildest thoughts, whatever it may come in, but then you just, I don't know, you just sit there and observe your thoughts, observe your feelings. And then after that, I would write down whatever came up. Good, bad, ugly, crazy, whatever. And then after that, I would pull cards. I got this. This is a really good deck. I would really recommend. Trust Your Vibes, Oracle deck. And I like Oracle cards because I've always used Oracle cards. I just recently started using tarot, which I use the Dream Keepers tarot. Oh, sorry, I'm not even like showing. I forgot about Instagram again. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying here. I'm trying, even though we have Trust Your Vibes. Okay. But yeah, I think Oracle is really good for when you're starting to kind of tap into your intuition or whatever that you want to do more. Because Oracle, anyways, that's a whole. I mean, yeah, Oracle cards are just good because it's usually just a picture with the word, and it challenges you to like. It does come with the book with more guidance, but like for instance, I'll give you an example. Anyways, well, let me focus. So yeah, I would meditate for 5 minutes, and now I'm at 15 minutes. I think 15 to 20 minutes is like for sitting in silence is good. Like if you want to do more, you can, but for me, I feel like that's like good. That's all I need. And then after that, I'll like write down what thoughts came up, what feelings, and then I'll pull a card, okay? And then I'll write down the meaning of that card. Now, I noticed something, okay? Eventually, I started to notice that my thoughts, my feelings aligned to the card that I pulled. And so I was like, is like, what's happening here? Like, I'm like, okay. Like, and then another thing, and this is how my mind works, because I'm like, it's just interesting because like for me, I really needed to like, okay, let me believe this stuff. Like, okay, I have to see it to believe it. Even though that's not true, like I still, well, at the time, let me just be honest, I did. I had to have proof that this was actually real for me. So I'm like, the best way I can see if the intuition or whatever that I'm getting guidance is to see how it shows up in different things. So that's why I would like write it down, then I would pull the cards, and then I would also look at astrology too. And yeah, eventually they all like, especially when it comes to like the goal was for whatever I wrote down to align with the cards and the astrology. And that's how I knew that okay, my intuition is starting to like strengthen. And then obviously seeing it play out in real life, obviously. So then that's another thing. Like as I go throughout my day or a couple of days, I mean, I wouldn't be sitting there like waiting to see like something for it to connect, because usually you forget. Like for me, I don't, But if I go throughout my day and something comes up throughout that day that aligned with the astrology, or I mean not the astrology, aligned with like what came up in my meditation or what I pulled, what cards I pulled, and or what aligned with astrology, I would make a note of that, like a mental note. Sometimes I would even write it down, and I'm just like, that is like proof. That is like God giving me signal, or like, it's like that's proof. Like that right there is like, So, anyways, so then when I was away from Just Creations, and I had built my own social medias outside of that, I was documenting that process, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be the way people can see like that this stuff is actually legit, because it's like showing up in a person's real life, So that was like my whole plan, is to like document like my life and like show like, I don't know. But then I felt like that was a lot. I don't know. There was a lot of work, and then you also had to like, I have to have boundaries with that too, because it's like I can't, obviously I still like to keep private things private. So it's like, how am I gonna show this? Anyways, the point is, so yeah, that was a long explanation to that. I hope that makes sense. So now I started off doing it for me, and I started to see the connections, and so then it got to a point to that I didn't even need the cards or need astrology, because you don't need them. They're just tools. They're helpful guides, especially for people who are still trying to trust or strengthen their intuition. But now I don't need, it's helpful, especially when I'm giving readings, because people like to see the visual cards, okay, rather than me just saying it or whatever. And these are, I'm still, on the journey of like still strengthening my intuition, to the point where like I can trust what I feel when I'm talking to somebody, and I don't need the cards. But for myself, I don't need the cards. Like I can just sit in stillness, and now I just hear guidance of like, do this or focus on this, and I just write it down. I'm like, all right, and I just can focus on that. So that was a long story. Let you get one what? Okay, if you want to get one, Corey, ASAP, are you going to come on live with me? Say less. You have to come on live with me. I'm not doing it through messaging, because it's just, I need to see your I need your reaction to be seen the show. Not that it's going to be a major reaction, but I just feel like it's better that way. So if you're wanting to join me on live, then that would be great. Okay, right. Maybe I'm missing chakras. True. Okay. So yeah. All right. So anyways, I didn't come on here. I came on here to give readings, guys. Like, come on. Let's do this. I'm fired up. Let's go. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see what else I can ramble out while I'm waiting. Nah. Corey, you playing, Corey. Wait. I'm just kidding. I know that. I understand that that's like putting yourself out there. Like, unless you're just a super brave person and you don't give no F's, then you're going to do it. But I understand how like, whoa, that could be. But let's see. Anything else? Oh, that's what I said. Okay. So if nobody wants to be on camera, okay, which is fine. It's okay. I'm saying this like I have like so many people viewing me. But okay, we'll do a general reading. Let's do a general reading to wrap this up because I said I was only going to be on here for an hour. Okay. Okay, let's get into my I am losing steam now because I am hungry. So let me that doesn't work. Let's see. I like to put a white candle on sometimes when I'm well, not all the times. I always can't always do this with the readings, but all right. Okay. So what you're gonna see me do? So I like to describe this so people can see certain things because I don't know. Everybody does their things differently, but for me, I really like have certain steps before I like go into my readings. Because once again, it's not natural for me to like I have to ground myself because like I said, like I'm right now like very fired up in my mind, and I feel like for me I have to get in my body. And so for me to do that, I have to like do a little like breathe, that's a good thing for anybody to do who are just like very in their mind kind of people. It's just very good for you to just do that. A simple like breathing in through your nose, like try it. Let's breathe in and breathe out through your mouth. Like that right there can just change the energy from all this. Imagine there being like a lot of clutter here. It's like letting that, like relieving some of that. So, anyways, so that brings me into my body, right? So clears my mind, and I'm able in my mind, I'm able to receive guidance. Okay, clear that, clearer, or I'm being able to hear it because I don't have the clutter in my mind right now. Okay. So you'll see me do that. The second thing I'm going to do is going to talk. Okay, I'm going to talk. Babe, is your friend still here? No. Oh. He's probably going to be coming back up. He's going to a party. He will be coming back. Okay, well, I'm on live. But I'm about to finish. Can you close my door fully, please? Okay. Okay. I thought my boyfriend was there, and I don't like this. I was gonna funny. Okay. Anyways, I just did it. I just be paranoid. I do not like when other people are seeing me film. I know it's a content thing or content creator people. I know other people can relate. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like self-conscious. Not that I care, but anyways, because I know he can actually still hear me. That's just okay. Anyway, the point is, okay, let me focus. Okay, so the second thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to talk. Okay, I'm going to talk out loud, and I'm talking to God. In my opinion, that's who I view as my higher power, and I also feel like there's a spirit. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm talking to a higher power. Okay, in my opinion, and because like I guess, anyways, the point is okay. And I'm gonna just ask. I'm just gonna say I want to like please connect me to the collective energy, and that's me being like saying intentionally that I want to be connected. And the collective energy is you guys, it's everybody. It's the energy of the people. Okay. So this is what I do. And then I'm going to shuffle the cards. Okay. I'm going to shuffle, and then whatever comes out is going to relate to the collective energy of people. Okay. So it's going to be very general because it's collective rather than if me giving a direct reading with someone, and obviously their spirit team is going to be like, anyways. Okay. So I don't know. I just felt like I needed to explain that. Because I don't know, some people who don't see this may think I'm doing some type of shank, some like weird hobble jimby or something. I don't know. And it's literally like, no, like, I don't know. Okay. All right. Please connect me to the collective energy. What message or guidance does the collective, anyone watching this live, anyone that connects to this video needs to hear at this time? What is the message? And then we're going to wait because sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it's quick, sometimes it takes a while, and sometimes it's quick. Yeah, it just. Okay. All right, so we got 3 of the oracle cards. Okay, here. So we're gonna start off with this, and maybe I'll pull some tarot. So the first card that came was share a breath. Share a breath. Okay. And that's pretty much saying that at this time, doing some sort of breath work is going to be very vital for us. Some sort of meditation, some sort of breath work, just like what I just did. Like I've been telling you guys throughout this whole video, like how it's important to like anchor yourself, especially when you're feeling a lot really scattered, like you can't focus, like you're being pulled into, you can't decide on something. You're feeling restless. You just feel like, I don't know, like wired. That means that you are not grounded and you need to get grounded. We're in Taurus season. Taurus season is all about grounding, connecting to the breath, being present, slowing down. That's another thing. Being able to slow down. But then we have but Mercury's in Aries, so we may be feeling like this Aries is about like doing and like taking action, and could also be navigated towards like fears. So you may like mentally feel wired or like you have to do. But really you need to like, but the energy is like telling you overall that you don't need to rush. Just, slow down, be present, calm down. Okay. So I think that's why this card came up, because it's a reminder that we need to do some sort of breathing, intentional breathing, like that. I've been doing that all day, okay? Because I've been like feeling very, I don't know, like a little anxious. Well, especially in the morning, because I was like rushing, because I don't know if I told you guys the story. Yeah, did I tell you guys the story? Yeah, I told you the story of me like feeling conflicted, and then I literally wasn't going to go to the fair, and then I was in the shower, and then I got guidance to go to the fair, and that was like an hour before I had to be there, and I was like, oh shoot. So then I had to like literally rewire my, okay, start getting ready. Then of course I went to the queue, so I just had to like do this. Then I decided to film a video of me getting ready, and I was trying to do that. Then I have to like make me food because I have like a lot of dietary restrictions. I have allergies. I'm plant based, so I had to prepare my food before I go. So I was doing that, and then I was just trying to fit in a lot. And I didn't even like start off my day by being like I didn't start my day off right. I love how I'm talking. Like, okay, sorry, I keep like not talking to both cameras. But yeah, so I was like not grounded. Let's just say that. I was very much in my mind, all over the place, a scattered mess. So I was feeling it. Like I was just feeling it, like once again, it's like this feeling, this unsettled feeling of like panic, like energy. And so I remember like when I got in the car, I was like, oh shoot, because for me, especially when I like am giving readings to people, I like my energy needs to be grounded. So like I need to be like, so I was like, all right, in the car, I was just telling myself that to just breathe. So I was like doing a lot of that as I was driving, just trying to settle the energy, settle my mind, settle. So that's where it's set sharing a breath. But then it's like, if you can see this card, you see it's like, wait, actually, well, you see like a tree, you see nature. So that's another thing, like being out in nature, doing like, it will be another thing that's good for you to ground yourself, to feel settled. So if you can mix the two, if you could now, actually would advise anyone, you watching this video, tomorrow is the new moon in the sign of Taurus, which is an earth sign. Okay, it's a good sign to manifest, to plant the seed to starting something new in your life. Whatever, but the point is, but ultimately you should get out in nature. You should go. That would be a great day to go to the park. That's if you have yeah, just go out in nature, have some time in nature. and ground yourself. Take off your shoes, no socks, and just like walk, put your bare feet into the grass. And literally, like, yeah, do some breath work there. Just do some intentional breathing. Let's just, meaning like you do a couple of those, or you just be. So do that, okay? That will help with any wired energy that you may be feeling, because you don't need to be feeling wired. You don't need to rush, okay? Actually, and that's another thing. We're in this new moon energy, so a lot of us may be feeling called to do something new. We may be having this like inspire, like we're craving something new, a new start, a new something in our lives. I don't know for you. I know for me, like, I feel that. But for me, it's like sometimes, and I have an Aries moon, so I can kind of align with this Aries Mercury, which is like sometimes Aries can be a little impatient. So so whenever I feel like called to do something, it's like I want it now. I need it to be done now, and I actually need it to be. I need whatever I start to be done now, and then I need the results to happen right now. And so I cannot just be like, that's my journey, okay, that I have to. So feeling that mentally is like, yeah, like you may feel like, oh my gosh, like this mental wiredness. So that's why this like Taurus energy, this energy. So anyways, I'm focusing on too much on the card, but the point is breathe, okay? Breathe, girl, boy. And go in nature, okay? I went for a really nice walk, and that after I went to work, and because I felt called to do that too as I was driving from work, I got like, you should go to the park, okay? And then I also pulled a card earlier that said that I need to ground myself. So anyways, so the next card is stay in your own skin, okay? So that tells me that you need to not let the energy of other people around you affect you. Someone you're living with, someone that you work with, I don't know, probably someone that you live with, energy may be affecting you, or someone that you're in really close relationship to. Maybe their energy may be different than yours. A girl recently said, "How do you believe in bad energies?" And I said, like, no, I wouldn't necessarily call them bad, good or bad, but I say high vibrational, low vibrational. So in this sense, if you're around people who have low vibrational energy, what does that mean? Energy that drains you. Like when you're around them, you feel drained. You don't feel like yourself. You feel pulled down. You feel like a dark cloud is hovering over your light, and you can't emit any light. That is that. So those people they're in a different energy than yours. And it's guided for you to stay in your own energy, stay in your own skin. Don't let the energy of people from the outside, or people that you live with or around, pour into your energy. And so that means that whatever they're doing around you, or however they're being, you need to try your best not to focus on that. And engage with that. Also, don't engage in it. So that means being present in what you're doing and trying to stay in your light, in your bubble. And if they come and talk to you, maybe you just like focusing on your breath, like, I know that may seem weird, but it's just like, maybe, I don't know, hopefully if they're in your space, or whatever, or they're coming at you or yelling or trying to talk to you, whatever, you just don't engage. Like maybe they can talk at you, but I mean, for a second, if people are talking to you and you're not responding, I mean, at a certain point, what they going to do? They have to, nobody going to talk to themselves for that long without, so you just like just focusing on yourself. It sounds like focusing on you and not getting involved in avoiding other energies. And even if you say, for instance, you're like a person like me who's very sensitive to people's energies. Therefore, that means that you can sense people's energies that are not. So if you're around someone, or you're in an environment, a household where people can feel you're even if you're in the same room, you can feel the person's energy. Like for me, I know that happens, and it's like I often like want to like it is like literally like I can't even be like I have to literally go somewhere else so I'm not feeling that person's energies, because then I'm gonna like feel that they're not okay, and then I'm gonna naturally, because I'm an empathic, sensitive person, like I can feel the energy, is like gonna want to be like, all right, like what's wrong, want to like talk. But then that's not me staying in my own skin, guys. That's me opening myself up for the whatever, and for whatever reason the guidance is this. So if I've ever gotten this card, that reminds me, don't 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 pry, don't ask. It's not for you to fix or solve or need to, you need to like, it's because often if this card comes up, it's going to end up resulting in not a good thing. This is different than like you just want to help a friend out or something, but this is like being like, if you try to put yourself, or if you don't stay in your own, you try to involve yourself in other people's, and it just won't be the best interest for you. So anyways, all right, anyways, that was a long story. But the last one is get a new story. And hello, as if this is right on with the new moon energy. Get a new story. Okay? What is going to be your new story? Whatever in your life? Where do you want a fresh start? The past? What is that? We don't know her. What is the past? After tomorrow, I need you to focus on the new story that you're wanting to create in your life. Imagine you got a blank page. What do you want to rewrite? What are you ready to claim? And start. So this is it. It's just like you can discard that old story, that old you, that old whatever the heck you need into whatever area in your life is needing a new refresher. You're being called to do that. Don't bring the old into you. Don't do that. Yeah. So for me, I'm starting a new story in my journey where I am. Hold on. I am my new story. Well, I'm not going to tell you what my new story is, because if you want to know my new story, you have to come to my virtual women's circle where we're going to talk all about our specifics. So at the end of this, I'm going to end off with, if this is aligns to you, let me tell you, okay, new story means to break out of old habits. All right, obviously it's getting out of your comfort zone, it's breaking out of whatever cycles, old habits, blah blah. So ultimately I would just say, like, you should definitely do something different tomorrow. You should definitely write down whatever goals that you want. Write down your new story. Actually, that would be so fun. Literally write down, okay, this is my new life. My new life involves me doing this, that, da 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 da. Let your whole imagination run, because it's not imagination. When you write crap, I was gonna curse. When you write something down, you're claiming that, okay? And I know that sounds really like, oh my gosh, that's so like, it's not. It's like you creating, it's the first step for you creating your new life. You're putting it physically on a piece of paper. So you're like, when you see things visually, then it's now you're taking a thought and you're making it a reality. Like you're now solidifying the thought through through words. Okay, that's the first step. Then as you're writing it, you're starting to feel the feelings, like, oh my god, okay, or like as you're now envisioning this new life for yourself, that you know what, you can get. Everybody, there's no difference between like a person who's successful. It's literally like a mindset, guys. Okay. And some of us don't have, some people I mean, the difference between successful people and not successful people is literally that: the mindset, the confidence, the just habits and certain things like that. So if you're not in that, you have some rewiring that you need to do. So you may need to go through the certain tedious steps to get you out of, whatever the patterns that you've been on and stuff like that, So anyways, I'm going too much deep into things. Let's do one more card. Okay? I'm gonna pull out the big daddy right here. No, I'm just kidding. Why am I? I'm gonna pull out this tarot deck. Okay. All right, let me hurry up. I get too excited with this. I can be here all day. This is why I wanted to give somebody an actual reading so you guys see how this plays out in a person's life. But it's okay. It's okay. All right. So, can I have one more card, one more guidance, one more message for the collective that the collective needs to hear? Any confirmation or guidance needed? No. I said one card. Okay, sorry. I'm appreciative for whatever, but like, I'm tired now. I'm like drained. So like I said, I have been working and doing this for a while, and I'm hungry. Okay, I got 4 cards here. Four cards. Let's just do it. It's okay. All right. So the first card is 9 of Wands reversed. 9 of Wands reversed. Wands have to do with creativity, creative expression. Okay. Anytime anything is reversed, that just shows that we're working towards that energy. Maybe there's an imbalance and there's a lack or an imbalance from some sort of creative expression. Okay. We'll talk more about it. Okay. We got 4 of Wands. Okay. Another reverse. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. We got the Star card. I'm going to tell you all about what this means. Okay. Don't worry. And then we have the 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. One sec. Because I told you guys, with the tarot cards, I'm going to have to read some things because tarot's different than oracle. But hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Well, okay, let me actually, before I give you the definition through like the extra definition meanings, I'm going to just interpret it my own self, okay? Let's test it. Let's test out my tarot knowledge. Okay, so I see okay, so we got 9 of Wands and 4 of Wands. So that already tells me that whoever's watching this video may be a creative person may be a creative person, but they're not taking action on that. Or they're minimizing their creative, what they want to create, what they want to do. They're not. Yeah, there's some sort of like inverted energy or something. There's like some, I want to say like lack, but I don't want to say lack, but it's like unexpressed. It's not expressed as it needs to be, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay. Then we got the Star card, and the Star card has to do with some sort of spiritual journey, spiritual healing that somebody. So maybe one of you or some of you are working through, like you're on a spiritual journey and you're like healing something. You're going through some sort of healing. And then there's a 10 of oh. Oh no! My phone died. The Instagram people. Oh shoot. All right, what time are we at here? I need to hurry up so I can go and eat and enjoy the night. Hold on. Tang Flab. That's really annoying. I don't want to finish the reading without them. I mean, it was only like 2 people on there, but like those 2 people may really needed that, you know? Okay, 1 second. I have to wait for my phone to get to 0. It's gonna work fast. It's about to be on 1% soon. Any more questions while we're waiting? It's not gonna take that long. It's gonna take like 1 minute. It's almost gonna be on 1%. Actually, let me drink my tea here that I have left over. Oh yeah, that's what I could do while I'm waiting. All right, get the guidance. Get the guidance. All right, give me like 1 minute or 2 minutes max. But as I'm doing this, let's see. I have a little system that I do that's able to give me a better description of the tarot cards. All right. So you guys be the judge of how this aligns to you when I read it. Yeah, that's fun. How about you guys do that? You be the judge of how the reading aligns to you. Okay. Hold on. Wait, shoot. Is that a thing? Okay. Okay, hold on. We're almost there. All right, yay, it's at 2%. All right, and let me turn my phone on. And then let's finish this. Wait. All right, so we got reverse. 10 of Cups reverse, the Star. 4 of Wands reverse, 9 of Wands reverse. Okay, cool. All right, we're almost ready. You're almost ready. The phone's on. All right. I'm just laughing. I just like to laugh at myself because I just feel like okay. All right, how are we gonna set this freaking thing up? Darn. So I'm trying to charge it, but like, how do I set it up while as it's charging? Oh my gosh, how do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to tell everybody to reverse. Put their thing on reverse. All right, we're gonna do it like this. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Okay, cool. All right, we can finish. All right. So before I give you guys I give you guys the definition, the technical definition. Sorry, my phone died. My phone died. All right, I was giving a reading before. I was doing a reading, you guys. You guys have came in at the right time. I have a message for you, okay? You're gonna watch the message. You're gonna see if it aligns to you. Okay, so, all right. So my interpretation of the card shows, like I said, that a lot of you have a lot of like creative ideas or something that you want to create, um or something you just want to do, but there's a imbalance between that. Maybe you're not acting on it, maybe you're hesitating on it, maybe you don't have the confidence that you want to have to actually do it. There's something that's blocking or limiting that, so you're not like shining. You know how I was talking about the Leo energy that's supposed to shine? Well, there's a dimming of the light. There is no shining. There's some work that maybe you're doing internally or needing to finish doing internally, or some healing through something, which makes me think of the Star card, that you need, that you need to help like heal through, maybe the lack of confidence or something around that. I don't know, to help you then actually have the confidence to act, to create the thing that you want to create, or do whatever it is that you're doing. And because of the lack, or the lack because of the like the because of the hesitation, or because of the not acting or not doing, or because of the low confidence or whatever it is, you're missing out on what could be a success or something good happening for you because of that. So perhaps that's like my interpretation of you're like missing out on your potential from you not acting, or because because of the lack of, or not lack, but because of whatever you're needing to like heal through. But there's a healing, actually. The good thing is it shows that there's some healing you're going through, or you're wanting to work through this in some way. Okay, so that's like my interpretation. All right, so let's see what the definition actually says of these cards that I pulled. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe okay. Let's see. By the way, let me give you guys this is me like saying, hey, I'm not a tarot card reader, okay? I like Oracle. I pull the cards and I still get, spirit, God, guides, still pull the cards. But because tarot has specific meanings that I don't memorize, that don't, don't, whatever. Don't, whatever. My generalization of this may not be like accurate, because I'm trying to remember what the cards are saying rather than remember, anyways. But this is what the cards are saying, that these cards that came together, this is the interpretation of that. Okay, so these cards that were pulled, your reading suggests potentially a situation where the harmony and joy you might have been hoping for it's being challenged in some way, or it's not manifesting as you expected it to. There's some sort of disharmony within a family or community of some sort. Perhaps there are unresolved conflicts, a lack of emotional fulfillment in maybe certain relationships, or a feeling that your ideal of happiness isn't being met. It can also suggest, these cards can also suggest a disruption to like a bliss, or a feeling of being disconnected, a disruption to domestic bliss. What is domestic bliss? Let me look at that. Domestic bliss refers to a state of complete happiness and a peace within one's home and family life, often associated with a comfortable and fulfilling domestic environment. Oh, okay. So so in domestic bliss, you have a strong relationships with the people that you're in the household with. You're in a comfortable and organized home. You're around people with shared experiences. There's routine and structure. You have time for relaxation and enjoyment. So you're in a good, healthy environment. Which once again, it makes me think of the person, or the person. Wait, no, not the person. Wait. Who asked me? Oh yeah, it makes me think of the card where I said stay in your own skin, and that made me think that someone is dealing with a disharmony, or someone in their space, in their home, in their environment that's not in alignment with their energy. Perhaps there's some sort of like disconnect or something, or maybe you're around people who drain your energies or something around that. So anyways, the next one says, so following the maybe potential disappointment that you're experiencing, or whatever you're experiencing, this card off the star card shows you that there's some sort of hope and healing that you're going through. This card represents inspiration, renewal, and a sense of faith in the future. So maybe you're being hopeful. You're not happy with the situation that you're in or the environment in, but you're still keeping hope. This card, the star card, spirit, God, whatever you want to say, wants to remind you to stay open to the possibilities. And even when things feel difficult. It can also suggest that even through any challenges that you're experiencing, there is still potential for peace, hope, and spiritual connection. So the Four of Wands reversed indicates some sort of delay or instability in celebrations, milestones, or a sense of home and security. Perhaps someone maybe plans falling through. There's a lack of foundation, or is the feeling of stability you desire is absent. So maybe you don't feel the stability that you want. Or maybe your plans aren't working out, or maybe there's a lack of like foundation. It might also suggest a conflict or lack of harmony within a home or celebration. So once again, this theme of like home, the environment that you're around, is it not stable? Is it not? What is going on there? How is that? Makes you once again stay in your own skin in that. And maybe I'll read that card too, because that's really good. Okay, so Nine of Wands reversed. Last card, can point to a feeling of being overwhelmed, depleted, or hesitant to persevere after facing challenges. You might be close to your goal, but lacking the final push, or feeling like your defenses are down. It could suggest stubbornness or a refusal to ask for help when needed. So yeah, maybe you are feeling the overwhelm, which kind of makes me think of the share of breath, needing to, like, I'm talking about, like, if you're feeling scattered, if you're feeling any of these feelings, you're feeling like depleted. So maybe you're needing to, like you're feeling the overwhelm, and maybe it shows that maybe you're close. You could be close to like completing something, or maybe you need to keep pushing through. But maybe you're just feeling you're feeling depleted. But maybe no one knows, or maybe you're not asking for help. So you're being stubborn because you're maybe feeling the way that you're feeling, but you're not like being vocal about it, or no one knows. Or maybe is there someone that you can like talk to or call, or I don't know. But yeah. So putting all this together, I'm really okay. Yeah, putting this all together. It seems like some of us, one of you, meaning one of you, anybody watching this video, the collective energy may be, people may be experiencing some sort of setbacks or disappointments in the areas related to home, family, or some sort of like celebration. This could be leaving some of you feeling weary or hesitant to keep going. However, the star card here, the healer card in the middle, offers a powerful message of hope and reassurance. It suggests that even though things might feel difficult right now, there's still light and healing available. Okay, it encourages you to to maintain your faith and stay open to new possibilities, even if the path forward isn't exactly as you envisioned. Okay? So, although the point is, so then this makes me think of the get a new story card. All right? So, you may be feeling in the midst of any of this, if this aligns to you. I would really, really encourage you, especially if you're still watching or if this aligns with you in some way, that this is the hope that you've been looking for and needing, because I'm literally, I guess, once again, I got guided to come on the camera and you are watching. And if you're watching to the end, that means it resonated with you. And that means this, I'm here to offer you hope that if you want change, or if you're needing some sort of hope, know that it's up to you. You can decide, you can make the choice to do something for yourself. And if you're in an environment, you're in a home, I mean, you live there. So, I don't know all you guys' circumstances, but what you can do is protect your peace. Okay? And that means to stay in your own skin. Don't engage in the energies or in the negative environment around you. That means you do have to do more peaceful, intentional things, like, maybe getting out the house if you can and just going for a walk, going to the park, or if you can't, maybe finding a space, being in your room, go to your bathroom, I don't know, and really do a meditation or something. You can go for a walk though. Anybody can go for a walk, but you're going to need to do more intentional things to keep yourself in a peaceful place until you can, and then also until you can get out of that situation, and then make a plan for yourself. Make a plan, because it is up to you. It's up to you to make the change, and actually you're being guided to make the change. And then also ask for help, ask for guidance. If you do not have anybody in your family, do not have a friend, maybe there's people that you could talk to, but you're limiting yourself because you're being stubborn in your own way, when you could actually just pick up the phone and call, or put yourself out there around like-minded people. I don't know. Not say I don't know. I'm saying it could just be a vast things that you can do. But the point is, this is not the end all be all. All right? This is a breakthrough moment, because you're watching this video. Therefore, you're being guided that you have the power to create a new story. You have a new power to not engage in the environment. Just because you're in an environment that isn't you, you don't have to be a part of that. Yeah, you may be physically there because of whatever the circumstances that you have to be in that moment, but that is not forever. Okay? So, why am I being so... I'm going to trust that this is for someone. Because, why? I don't know why I'm being, so this strong. But I feel like I just want to give whoever needs that a hug and tell you that this isn't your forever. Okay? This isn't. And please, if you can tomorrow, I know as silly as it sounds, it's not do something for yourself, and not just tomorrow, because you may watch this, somebody may be watching this at a no way long time, but however the point is now, as you are in life, do make the choice to take care of you, to protect your peace, to protect your energy. Use your breath as an anchor. Go outside. Make nature your best friend. And really decide, write your story that you want. I mean, come on, if you have faith and you have a belief, many people don't realize that you ask and you shall receive. Literally, and if it's not comfortable for you to talk to God or talk to somebody out loud, you write, journal. I want you to journal your everything that you want, and no limits. Envision your life.
If you're not happy with the life that you have, bruh, like make believe it. Then create your own story. You know how we talk about the Lululand? Like if you are really in a not a good environment, I need you to be in the Lululand in your own world in your journal. Take yourself outside of that so you can at least mentally not even be around your environment. Mentally, if you're not in a good environment, you're not able to get out of that. I need you to be able to like fake your like whole like not fake because it's gonna happen, but like use your words or your writing as like to have a different life journey for yourself. For instance, I feel like when I used to play The Sims as a kid, like I used to love to play The Sims as a kid because it literally took me out of my like real life, and it was a world for me to envision what my life could be. How hopeful, like how cool was that? I remember as a kid, like telling myself, man, I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to achieve these things, you know? But it was just so fulfilling. You know, that's why I was obsessed with The Sims because I'm like, it was a life that I create to myself that I didn't currently have. And not to say that I wasn't like, you know, I'm happy for where I came from and everything, but obviously there I wanted more, you know, and I had a big mind and a big goals and things that I wanted. Um, and like just keeping my imagination alive because once again everything starts in here. You can picture once again, like again, there's no difference. People don't get like lucky. There's no difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person. I don't know. So it's just literally like takes a switch in your mind and you have to envision what you want, the new part of what you want. So you can get yourself out of the stuck energy of the mental of like, oh my gosh, I'm just in this situation. This is it. No. If you believe that, it will be that. But if you can take yourself somewhere else in a whole a whole new world like that for yourself, and you is starting here, you're rewiring your brain, you know, and you're writing stuff down. Do you not believe? If you believe in a God sees that. And now, you know, I don't know, I'm not trying to get like super holy. But all right, I need to calm down. And you know, this is why I'm learning to like, let me close out that. So that's the reading, okay? Now I'm closing out the reading. So that was the reading for you guys. I'm gonna convert back to Jess. Let me tell you, let me get a little vulnerable with you guys. I don't know what it is about when I come online. Actually, I swear it's like I really be feeling like I be living a double life. Like I be feeling like Hannah Montana up in this. You know when Miley Cyrus had two lives, I'm like sweating and all that. I feel like it. I feel like people online, like I just feel so like I live a double life because like I just do. The confidence that I have when I like was at that fair and I was like, and I'm giving readings, I'm doing my full moon circles and I'm giving people readings, and like at the metaphysical shop in person in real when I'm around people. It's funny because I was just talking about how I don't like to be around that, right? But when I'm there, there's a confidence that comes out. There's something that comes out where there's a, you know, whatever. Especially, I don't know, maybe because I'm just used to doing it around people who come to me for it. So that's the thing. I think that's what it is. When I know that people are coming to me for guidance, then I don't have to, I mean, cool. That's like the green light for me to just like say and know what I'm saying is going to reach them, right? And obviously I can see their faces. That's another thing, you know? So seeing a person's face, being able to pick up on their energy is so, those are affirming. They're key things for me. So my confidence is like there. But when I'm like online, I literally have to fake this fake the confidence. I mean, it still comes, like this energy that you're feeling, like this, like my throat is literally like hoarse now. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I'm like almost like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energy of whoever needed to that reading, which I know there is, but then I also see like like the low engagement on here. Like, you know, there's been several times there's been like 0 people. And I'm on live. Okay, so you're gonna watch the playback, but for people that's watching the playback, know that there's been like 0 people, and then there's been 1 person, and then there's been 2 person. Know that I see that, right? And as I'm actively like super engaged in this reading, right? For whatever reason, like I'm like losing my voice because I like feel very passionate about this reading because I know like intuitively like this is for someone. But then my mind sees the numbers, right? So I'm like, but God, why are you making me like be so passionate about this when is anybody even watching this? Like, am I making a fool out of myself here? You know? And but then these are irrational thoughts, like I know, because I'm like, I know that once again, when people watch the playback or whoever, this isn't evergreen video. This is, you know, you may be seeing me on live on Instagram, but I'm doing this on my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna you know, when it posts again, it'll be like a playback post or whatever. So it's gonna reach the people that it needs to reach, you know. But at the time, as I actively feel the sensations of somebody needs to hear this. This is for somebody. Like I'm literally like all engaged. I can feel the feeling of the person, or I can feel the feel, you know. But then, like I said, my mind is like then I'm seeing the numbers, and then I'm seeing the 0. I'm like, but bro, like, so I'm like trying to not take myself out of it. And then after I'm done, because also like when I'm like giving a reading to someone, I'm already charged. There is no like blockage that. But then when I finish, and then I like come off the high of like or like come tap out of the energy of like giving the guidance, I'm back to reality, right? So then I like look at and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on live. Does anybody even care about? Does this even for anybody? You know, so that confidence that I have, like when I'm in front of people that I know and I can see and I can sense by just their reaction, I can feel that, or I'm uncertain about it with here online. So this is what makes me sometimes be like, man, is it even, well, not even, but it's like I'm literally physically drained at this point now. This definitely done it for me. Talk about a person with Pisces energy. Pisces, talk about being drained now. I'm for sure drained. Mm. And the astrologer in me now wants to be like, dang, this is another interpretation of that Pluto and Aquarius opposing Mars and Leo, which I feel like most of you, probably 1%, one person probably will understand that. And then yeah, I just be like, I have to fight the thoughts of like the passion that I feel and having to trust myself, having to have the confidence. So that, let me tell you, that this is my Aquarius, I think, coming in, because the Leo energy would not give a, they would still say what's on their mind. They would still trust, you know, and that's the conflict. Because the Aquarius in me is the intellect. I'm in my head, I'm in my mind. So I'm like, oh shoot, does anybody even care about that? The collective, the community, like the people that I'm watching right now. But then but the Mars and Leo energy is like, you know, and naturally like Leos are like that. They don't care if whoever, they're gonna shine, they're gonna put themselves out there regardless. They're gonna be confident in what they're saying regardless, right? But for me, this little Aquarius energy in my head is like, oh, logic, thinking, overthinking. Does the collective care about this? My social media perfect people care about this? Do they think I'm just like this weirdo girl that's like talking about whatever? Oh, I'm engaging. I'm looking at I'm seeing the numbers. But I have to just know that is my awareness, and I can't listen to it. Do you guys know? Like, I can't listen to it. I have to trust that God made me feel like this feeling I felt like you need to get on live like right now, and this whole energy I exerted myself. I have to trust. I have to not listen to my mind. I have to not look at these numbers. I have to not look at the fact that there's been like the engagement on here. It's been like cricket, cricket, cricket. I have to trust that this was not for nothing. That's it. I have to trust that this wasn't for anything. Intuitively, I know it wasn't, but in my mind, that's where the little doubts and that's where the overthinking comes in. And that's why you can't listen to your mind. Because you know where my mind almost made me miss out on? A great opportunity to use my gifts at the fair today, okay? If I would have listened to my mind that was putting in all these fearful thoughts, I would have not had an amazing experience of like giving people readings, getting paid, and then also reading myself and like having good connect, just like. So this is why I can't let my mind right now get in my way and make me think this is for nothing and I don't need to do this because I'm still talking because I was supposed to be here. Like, so just know that. All right. Wow. Well, I got what I wanted. Meaning, like, I wanted to show, like, an accurate, like, for me, like I said, I want to show how the astrology plays out in a real person's life. And I got that right there, right here, right now. You guys are seeing the opposition happen in real life, guys. Wow. It ain't pretty. So it's okay though, because I know you're going through your own oppositions, You just not humiliating yourself in front of the camera. I'm not humiliating. It's okay. It's in my past. I'm grateful. Thank you, God, for leading me here. Because I know whoever needed to hear that, you got that. And this is me living my purpose. Because if I'm gonna be an astrologer, and if I'm gonna be who I am, right? And I want to be doing that. I've been saying I want it to be virtual and in person. So I have to show up. I have to show up. And this is me creating the life that I want. I have to show up. And you do too. Even when you're uncertain, you have to continue to show up for yourself, but also me. This is not even for me. This is for me living the purpose that God put me on this freaking world to live at this current time. So I have to show up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just laugh at myself all the time because I just feel like I just laugh. I laugh because I laugh. It's just I'm a funny person. It's a funny looking at a person who is trying to really be themselves but still in conflict with having the confidence to do it, but really fighting for their life. I think another thing is, last thing, and I really gotta go. Oh my gosh, I'm like gonna be wiped. Another thing with the Aquarius energy versus the Leo energy is that Leo don't need an audience to be them. They'll be them and there's nobody in the crowd and they still gonna show up because they love to do it, right? They love it. It feels great. For me, what fuels me is people. And don't, when I say this, I'm not like, you guys are, whoever's watching this, there's no pressure on you guys. You watch all, you do whatever. I'm not, but then I'm just voicing how I feel. Like what fuels me is engagement. Like for instance, or like reaction, or like a back and forth, you know? Like that's why for me, there's like a lot of tarot readers or astrology readers who just like, who find fulfillment and just turn on the camera and talking about the energy and then that's it. That does not do it for me. I like to get in front. I like to like show how, like, have conversations. That's why I like to bring people on and be like, all right, this is the current astrology. That's why I like to host the women's circles, because then I can talk about the astrology and then we have engagement and conversation of how that's applying in all of our lives. Now look, we're seeing it play out in real life. For me, that like makes the most sense of how to implement it into your real lives. Like, I feel like, I mean, great. A lot of people like insight. For me, I like, it's great, but nothing really matters if you're not going to implement it into your real life. There's some people that find fulfillment in just hearing the word and hearing it and then don't do nothing about it. For me, I'm a doer. I'm like, all right, this is the energy. How are you going to work with it? What you going to do? And when I'm in front of people, then things can start happening. We can actually talk about doing and how to implement it. And so that's the thing. That is the thing with me. As an Aquarius, is like I like community. I feed off of people in that. So that's why it's uncomfortable for me to be on camera and just like talk about, like, I'm the person on stage giving the thing, and then it's like, okay, guys, yeah, this is how I feel. What do you guys think? Not what do you guys think, but like, okay, let's talk about how it, like, let's engage, like, And then when there's like nothing, I'm just like, okay. Well, it just doesn't feel. See, So that's another representation of like the Pluto energy in Aquarius, opposition from the Mars in Aquarius. And also, let me tell you, this Pluto and Aquarius energy is at 3 degrees. My sun in Aquarius is at 3 degrees. So I am feeling this. Like, this is like, Pluto is my homie. Like, I'm feeling the transformation, the death and rebirth, like the changing who you are, the shedding a different old part of yourself and to renew. Yeah, that's been my life, guys. You have been seeing that in like living flesh. Well, not really, because that's been happening in my 12th house, which is like hidden. So you guys see a version of that I want you to see, which is like well, not really. I mean, this is how it is. It's literally me over, like, what I'm doing right now. When I'm off camera, I do it in my mind. I'm like, overthinking it, or I'm like annoying my boyfriend and like talking to him about all my thoughts, or like talking to other people. That's funny. Or yeah, well, I'm trying to say like, oh, that's funny. They're not really that. I mean, when it comes to like this, or maybe like, yeah, little like the few like mentors that I have, but yeah, anyways. All right, I think I'm done humiliating myself. I think this has been enough. God, I know this was for a reason, so I'm gonna trust you, and you guys should trust too. And while I'm sweating, whoo! Oh my gosh, my life. Some people are just, some people were just put in this life to just like, live a regular, normal life. I had to be the one that's been chosen to do to do this, right? That's so funny. I'm grateful for it, God. Okay, I'm grateful to be the oddball. But man, some people were brought into this life to be the oddball behind just in their lives, But I had to be the oddball that is like decide that she wants to put herself out there too, and talk to a camera for people. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right, that's it. That's it. I think I've rambled enough. Enough humiliation for one day. I'm just kidding. This is for a reason. I know. I know. I'm just laughing. I just have to make it funny because like it is funny. All right, that's it. You guys go get out in nature tomorrow for the in general. Be outside, breathe, and be in nature, create, and yeah, do more of what you love. Okay, that's it. Oh, I'm burnt out now. Okay, bye.